I found this great blue paint.
Actually, it's coral blue numbers.
Don't comment on the fact that I look homeless. I know, I just got off work. I'm hot. It's hot outside. Don't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of What the Hell is Carl Doing in the Garage? And I have no clue, but that's okay. If you're not a part of the channel, hit that subscribe button because this is my 13-beat. Don't worry about the lines here. That's because of the light. See, it's kind of fixed. Yeah, it's because of the light. But we're doing some things. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what this is? You know what this little thing is here? This is going to replace our coolant overflow. For a while, you guys have known, I've been worried about the cooling system, trying to figure out, make sure everything's sealed, no bubbles and stuff like that. And I think we're finally at a point that I can put that radiator cap on. I ordered it recently, so we're going to stick it on there. It is a 13 PSI radiator cap, so that is awesome. And then the car will start to look normal. Then we are going to do the one thing that I dread, or I've been putting off, but putting in hood pins. Because the hood latch on this car is non-existent, so I need to put in hood latch, or yeah, hood latches, hood pins, hood latches, whatever you want to say. I'm thinking about putting them like here and here, using these two holes that are beautifully placed by Toyota, just drilling them out to the right size, putting them there, and we'll be good there. Then I picked up some bolts, because I know this threads into the trans mount, but it is too long, so I had to find some shorter ones. We're gonna be doing that. I gotta adjust the clutch pedal, and then I think I'll be ready to put this car on the ground. I'm gonna do a nut and bolt check tonight on it, and yeah, I know that I put in new bolts for the engine bolts, or the engine mount bolts, because I had a bunch of washers there. Didn't really like that, so I'm gonna put in those bolts, or tighten them down, they're already in there. Put in the trans bolt, adjust the clutch pedal a little bit more out, make sure the clutch is bled properly, and kind of button everything up, and we will see what happens. So yeah, I'm kind of nervous, a little excited, but there's something brewing here. Okay, lines are gone, but oh my god, we got a radiator cap on there. Hopefully
nothing blows up.
But okay, do I have any idea of what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm gonna figure it out. So I found a spot where I want to mount it. I like the placement of it because then closing the hood, coming out, I mean the hood pin would be like right around, there's so much dust in the car. There, right? And then the other one would be like right there, right? So what I need to do is, I need to find something. I don't have a paint marker because we're not professionals here in the chop shop. Absolutely not. I need to find something. I mean, I could probably scrounge up enough dust on the car and just put it on top and then leave a mark right there. Or I can just slam the hood really hard and make a dent. I don't know. But I need to find something to coat this so that then I can make a mark on the hood to drill through the hood, straight through, right? Now you're probably saying to yourself, Carl, how are you gonna drill the holes for the actual pins themselves? Don't worry, baby boy, we have that kind of figured out. Okay, so I found this great blue paint.
Actually, it's coral blue numbers.
And we're gonna paint it on here, and we're gonna make a mark and pray to God that I don't crack anything. Okay, there's our mark. From there, now we drill. We'll be back. My camera's very close to dying, and I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me just drill holes. So yeah. All right. Pro tip: just buy a 2.5-inch hole saw. It'll make your life 10 times easier. But if for some reason you don't and you wing it, well, I can tell you a trick. Let's just say for some reason you thought it was a good idea to drill out the hole first before before you lose your pilot holes. Get a piece of cardboard, tape it down. The cardboard will be enough to hold the hole saw in place. It took me a while to think about that, and that's why you see that right there. That's easily fixable. Sand it down, throw a little clear on it, maybe. we'll have to see. But, you know, whatever. Now, this side, perfect. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? That. Oh. There we go. Because these aren't, like, in. But we lift it up. Don't worry about all this nasties. We'll clean that up. But as you can see, hole right through the bottom. You got to drill a bigger hole down here so that you can get the nut on the back of it. But theoretically, if they were in place, so that doesn't happen. Down, down. Look at that. Wow. Okay, we are back for day 2. I look just as homeless as I did yesterday. I went ahead and re-threaded, or I hit my shifter column with a thread chaser because the threads were a little messed up and the shift knob adapter was not happy. I have been through 2 of them. It was a whole thing. But shifter is now in there, so that's good. But we are back with these goddamn hood pins. I've got a 2.5-inch hole saw now. I can drill a bottom out so I can get the nuts on there to secure these in there, and then we should be done with that, and I can wipe everything down, clean it up, and yeah. Okay, so the hole on this side looks like this. Obviously, there should be a pilot hole there, and I've drilled it too big. So, like I was explaining the other day, take a piece of cardboard, I put a hole in it so I can see the center, and then I will use the cardboard to hold the hole saw in place. So that'll make it it'll make it easier so it's not moving all over the place, so yeah. I'm not gonna say that a hood pin has been kicking my ass, but it's made me work for it. But I got both of them mounted up. Close the hood. Works well. This side as well. So that's good. Now I'm going to move on to the clutch pedal. I'm gonna pull it out a little bit more, and then I'm gonna start to work on putting the trans bolt in to mount the transmission so it's solid. I'll tighten down the engine mounts. And I'm gonna vacuum its engine bay because it's covered in fiberglass and carbon fiber, so that's sick. I'm very itchy, so. Okay, you know what? One thing that everyone always does, or I maybe do, is like you start something, you're like, all right, next video we're gonna see it driving, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm very close to being able to have everything buttoned up on this car. Like I said, I gotta adjust the clutch pedal. The other night, I thought about something. One thing with my coolant issue. You see that little red thing right there? That little thing right there? That's a rubber plug. Now, you may be asking yourself, how did that get there? Well, with the help of some twisted tees and me not being able to find a bolt or a plug that can thread into that, I shoved that in there. It is the stock location for the coolant temp sensor, and I just thought about it recently. Maybe air has been getting in through there because it's not 100% sealed. It's just kind of shoved in there, and there hasn't been any real pressure behind it most times. I have seen coolant like residue, but I couldn't remember what it was from. Found that, so I'm gonna fix that, adjust the clutch pedal, put the car on the ground, and hopefully I should be able to back it out of this garage, put it in this driveway right here, and I should be able to make some noise. So that's what I'm gonna do today, because it's just those 2 things that I need to figure out. Everything else is pretty much good. Test number 1. Okay, so to kind of wrap up with what's going on here with Samantha, I need to figure out why I can't get the clutch to engage. I can put it right on first gear and you can see the car moves forward. I can put it over to reverse and the car moves backwards. So I think I need to adjust my clutch pedal, most likely re-bleed it. I think while I'm already talking about it and thinking about it, I'm just gonna get a braided clutch line, steel braided clutch line, because I'm using the rubber one. Chase Base has one that'll get rid of the hard line and the rubber line, so I may just do that since I'm already here. It's a cheap, quick little thing I can do. I'm already gonna be down there bleeding it, so I can just install a new one. So I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna order that tonight, and we're gonna work on Samantha. So see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.